Welcome back to Disco Kera channel. We are exploring this game so deep that we've spent the last 15 minutes straight up going through menus. But we're done. We're done with everything. No more menus. Only conversations and text. This is the Sunset Tower, and we built a library here last episode. I'm saying this because I don't expect you to have seen the last episode because it was so boring, and I warned you it was going to be boring. But now we may finally be free and teleport to Vendrian's Well. Wong. Very nice. I'm going to Cacophony, talk to the Voices of Nerat. I may have to do 1 or 2 missions more for him. I hope I don't lose verse when I betray him eventually. I was planning to betray him. At the end of that, I wasn't gonna give him what he wanted, but it didn't give me an option to betray. So I suppose I have to betray later on somehow. I don't know. Go to the little map. We must head for hello. Weird, I don't... Okay. Cacophony. Yes. No problems, we already have Cacophony. Oh, I'll try to sell stuff to the guy there first, actually. Because I saw that we have a lot of things that we don't need, nobody needs them, and we can sell them. And that way, we will clean our inventory, and next time, going through the menus will be, it'll take the same amount of time, because I'll have it full again, but it won't give me anxiety. If I even get to build it, I guess. This is a big map, so the loading time, as per usual, is big. This will be on the critique of the game. Loading time's big. Make me feel dumb. There we go. Oh, new missive from Fatebinder Myotis. Let's read it. On the subject of the spires, Disco Kara, do you remember your training under Bled and Mark? I remember mine. Funny to think that you and I are both a century apart, but to Bled and Mark we're all children. I'm now the oldest of the court's children, and I've seen much in my time. It's probably for the best. Everyone assumes I'm old, harmless, and worth shuffling away in the archives. If I were scrutinized too closely, I'm sure Tunon would find I've grown lax in my spoiled old age. Part of why I'm here, where I am, is because I've kept my head down. You appear to be doing the opposite. In some regards, this is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' edicts twice. To decline would have meant death, but to accept means to be placed on stage for all to see. Kairos' most powerful weapon is not the edict, it's her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Never forget this. There are numerous questions nestled in your request. What is it that you wish to know most? Focus your inquiry, and I will answer as best as I can. Ask about the spires. Send it. Very good. Hello. Oh, by the way, look at the missions tab. No, these are just reputations. The Scarlet Chorus has me 2.5 favor and not a lot of fear. Where are the missions though? These are missives. Ah, there they are. Talk to Verse regarding your sisters. Whoa, bro. Right, I completely forgot about that one. Silence of Secrets. Report back to Nara. The Trial of Archons. If her sisters are in effigy, I will be sad. Let's talk to her right now. Verse.
I got it.
Hey, Verse.
Couldn't help but notice the bird from Cacophony.
Verse smirks at you as you approach, scrutinizing you with her mismatched gaze. How do you know where the bird came from?
The voiceless birds have a certain hollowness to their movements, like puppets, or the fifth eye. But seriously, what's the boss want from us now?
The Voices of Nera is not my boss.
I didn't say he was. What climbed up your spire and died?
The Voices of Nera is not my boss.
I didn't say he was.
It's not.
I didn't say he was.
Yeah, it's not.
What climbed up your spire and died?
Want to put a blade through the skull of one of the people who killed your sister Furies? Because one's apparently a loudmouth braggart.
Wait, what? He found one of the shits who killed my Furies? Let's pack up and go.
There's something else. These strange symbols on the back.
There's a lot to love about spycraft. The trickery, the blade work, keeping your senses awake, balancing on the edge between confusion and discovery. Memorizing the Archon's childish pictographs is not my favorite part.
She examines the parchment frowning.
Malfora. She's one of Harshion's people. Bit boring, but gossipy in the way that pays. We should be able to find her along the road to Lethian's Crossing.
And she's just going to trust us?
The voices gave us the passphrases that will get Malfora to open up to us. When we find her, let me do the talking and everything should run smooth as sea glass.
She rubs her hands together.
This will feel good, Finder. Wildly, incredibly, stupidly good.
The Archon's sudden interest in your revenge doesn't seem suspicious to you?
Are you asking me if I trust the voices of Nerat, Archon of Secrets, Spy Master, Arcane Pillar of Green Smoke and Flame, Immortal Magician, Eater of Minds, and Connoisseur of Perversions?
Perversions?
Of course not. But if it's some convoluted trap, I'll have your back and you'll have mine, right? Lead the way.
Yeah. I'm glad to have this conversation with her. Let's just see on the map where it is. Merchant Crossroads? Is that it? Oh, okay. When I get shit this side, I will do that. But now
I got it.
We talk to the Voices of Nara about what transpired. Our buddy, the woman in charge, who made the game, is here.
Sorry, I can't.
The merchant
Sorry,
should
I
be
can't.
Here, no? Bloodhound camp. Oh, I already passed it. Well, whoops. Whoopsie. Voices of Nara should be around here. Where are they at? There is the green smoke. Hello. Voices of Nara regards you with an unreadable expression. Death surrounds us, but it would be useless to avoid inevitability. That is a lesson Graven Ash and his fast, clotting army will never understand as they scramble to avoid the grave. Welcome, Fatebinder. What do you need to know? We're dizzy with answers. I want to report on recent events. This party has received twice worded period. Huh? You return victorious, and our censor has come back to the fold with a wealth of intelligence, as much as her meager brain could hold under the circumstances. But do not grow complacent. We have much work before the tears are draped in scarlet robes. The flames behind his mask look around the eye holes with anticipation. The censor returned to us without the silent archive. We suppose Tuna not to know that you're not just in possession of forbidden lore, you have the teachings of the tears with you. Now you're the expert here, but that seems enough to warrant a attempt to distribute. We have attempted to ask what our silence is worth. The Archon hurls his scepter in the air, gingerly catching it, but it'd be hard for us to keep a straight face. Forbidden lore, silent archive. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what a silly cock we are being. Well, you know us, prone to babble. Passing his scepter from one hand to another, the Archon lets out a long chuckle. So sorry to even have hinted at the possibility of you violating the rules. So what's next? The edict of fire is quenched, and the ruins smolder no more. Yet, we detect a fire all the same, wicked fate binder. It burns in your heart, warming you with knowledge and great power. Do not deny it. You have changed before our many eyes. Yeah, I am stronger from the experience. The char of the Overlord's magic lines your silhouette. Should you spontaneously melt into a pile of smoldering organs, you only have yourself to blame. But enough of this. We demand progress, and nothing will ever get done if you insist on plaguing us with frivolity. Tunon's arcane smiths set up shop in Lathian's Crossing. With simple ore dragged from the hearts of Terratus, they can ensemble wondrous crafts of iron. Our intellect swells, wonderful with secrets, yet we are ignorant of the iron secret. Seek out the Forgebound and their master, who even now makes for Lathian's Crossing. Have her sent to Cacophony. I will guarantee her protection and safeguard her knowledge. An artist such as herself needs to be shielded from the perils of war. According to the whispers of our spies, a greybeard with the name of Eldian may be able to tell you more. We are working, if not receptive, to the wisdom of ages. Okay. Had we the resources, we would split you in pieces and send you to represent our interests wherever you go. As you can only follow one path at a time, for now we shall leave the choice to you. The Blade Grave or Lethian's Crossing, whichever you choose. Return to Cacophony when your mission is complete. Okay. I guess... What about the censor? You take enough upon yourself with the burden of worrying about our lackeys. Better to get some real work done in this fallen nation than to go digging through every mass grave or poking around every campfire. With your help, the censor achieved everything that we could have hoped for her. Her performance was exemplary, her contributions unforgotten. She's impaled on a spike right over there. At times, your flair for the dramatic exceeds that of Graven Ash. By accomplishing all that we've ever desired for her, the censor outlived their usefulness. We awarded her the same honor bestowed on all who fully distinguished themselves in our eyes. By killing her? He regards you across a long gulf of silence. His attention darts to the body of the censor and then returns to you just as quickly. A sound bubbles out of his green flame that dimly resembles a clearing throat. Perhaps one day you'll receive a similar accolade. Continue to serve me well and anything will be possible. Yeah, we're not friends, you and me. Well then, I guess I will go to Lathian's Crossing, I guess. Blade Grave is kind of far away. But Lydian's Crossing is close to Versus thing, so... The crossing lies in the shadows of an ancient spire. Oh, cool. We know from Apex that you find such places alluring. Feel free to explore this one to your heart's content. Cool, I'm gonna get another spire. Seek out Hardshard Bronze, a merchant who has served the chorus with enthusiasm. We pay him handsomely for his services, so he should be obliging to your mission. With a forge-bound master and the secret of iron on our side, Graven Ash and his army will tumble over like a phalanx. I've caught thoughts. Missive from Fate by Rogalus. Okay, Rogalus. Rogalus is a bit of a dick. I don't know if you know this, but let's see. Forgive me the curtness of this rushed missive. The matter is too urgent for the luxury of formalities. I know that you braved the flaming ruins of the Vellum Citadel. The archive, did you find it? Is it safe? Lie, you destroyed it. Fatebinder Rogalus. I consigned the knowledge hidden in the silent archive to the flame, as per the Overlord's restrictions on forbidden knowledge. Surely you expected nothing less from me. Okay. This is fantastic.
Will do.
I am lying to my legless master. Let's go to the market real quick. Hello. Show me what you have for sale. But can I sell you stuff? That'll be interesting, I think. Okay, so I'm selling you topaz and opal. Each one of these is 1, each one of these is 3. Does he even have that much money? This is me. Let's see, you want some of this? Some of that? I want some of this too, huh? And some of this? And some of that? Some of this too? Some more? This? And this? And that? This is kind of useless. And some more. Why did they split up from 8 to 5 and 3? I don't know. And aquamarine. Very nice jewelry. Let's see. I can't sell that. I'll keep these just because I guess I should sell. No, these are nice. Sometimes they may come in handy. Let's give us some of this, some of that, some more of this. So, I'm selling this. I just made a lot of money. And I will make even more. I'm selling it all. We are rich. This can't be sold? Only Lantry can equip. Okay. Okay. That one stays. Never mind, yes I can. Only Lantry can equip it, but I'm still selling it. And trade. Cool, cool. Now let's sell them some weapons. It's true, they're useless. Yeah, I'm selling the boat. Right, about these, maybe I should keep 2 of them. The Rod of Strength. Lesser Staff, that's Staff of Boreal Frost. Staff of Storm's Heart. These are all different, so I'll keep them. These javelins are gonna go away. Trade. I'm rich. I like how they don't have, like, they have infinite money. They'll just buy everything from me. I am rich, and I can get the Crimson Great Spear. Big damage. These are all nice. But this one, the fact that I can buy this makes me want to buy it. It won't go down in value if I buy it, so... Right? Right? Crimson Great Spear. It's two-handed. Who? We don't have a two-handed... Could Kills in Shadow use it? Hold on. Kills in Shadow uses two-handed on one hand, right? I think I remember something like that. Two-handed weapons. Over here. Oh, she does use. And it's 9 to 24 crush right now. But if I were to get her that... Trade, by the way. It does go down in value. It lowered by half. Oh. Oof. Show me what we have for sale. I don't care anymore. Just let me give it to her. Kills in Shadow. God damn it! I always forget where the inventory is. Okay. Let's compare. It's better than everything. Slightly. It's not slightly, actually. From 19 damage minimum to 25 minimum, she will be dishing out some pain. And it looks cool. Thank you! Kills of Shadow's gonna be a beast. And we may leave towards... what was the name of the new place? I already forgot. Symphony of the Forge. Travel to Merchant Roads and meet with versus Contact. Trial of Archons. I'm still gathering evidence. Weight of Aegis. Enlist the aid of a Forge bound, not subject to Kairos law. Right. Maybe we will be able to do this during this one. I don't know. Travel to the crossroads and meet Symphony of the Forge. Go to Lethean's Crossing. Lethean's Crossing is where I've been. Is it not? Where is Lethean's Crossing? Is it in Vengeance Well? That's Merchant Crossroads. Vengeance Well. No. Back to the thing. What the hell? Even said there was an old spire there. Is it here? Oh, it is. Whoops. It looks like I was supposed to get this spire now. Encounter in the Stone Sea. You spot a peculiar sight in the distance. A giant plateau, much like the one you stride upon, has collapsed, tilting across a large chasm as it fell and smashing into the side of another, taller tower stone of dirt. The two have fused into a single structure, with the remnants of the fallen plateau forming a narrow walkway. The newly formed path isn't an easy one. Sudden ascents and uneven footing prove tiresome. Okay, blah 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 blah. You peer over the edge, can only see a dark expanse beneath you. Above you, you see a small rocky shelf, deeply embedded in the dirt. Attempt lore. What the hell? Kills in shadow. Go ahead. She leaps across the gap, stabbing her claws into the plateau while midway, hold herself aloft. The beast woman steadies herself for a moment, placing her feet against the wall before effortlessly launching herself to the opposite side. Now on stable ground, she settles back onto her haunch and scans the area. She looks down, she chuffs in apparent amusement, pointing towards the space beneath the gap at your feet. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you see a large dirt landing directly underneath you that may be easily reached. You drop down and climb back up the opposite side, easily returning to the ledge. Loyalty gained. Continue onward. And everybody gets inspired. Where you're able to traverse across far more forgiving terrain. Good. Well, that was 4 days of my life. And then I teleport. Wow. I should be receiving another missive. Maybe from Rogalus saying, I don't believe you. Maybe from someone else. I don't know. We shall see. So this is where I'm gonna crash with the bronze shields. I think. Oof, big loading screen. Sorry. Okay. Still here. Well, we've explored a little bit of that city, but we didn't talk to the people or anything. We just went straight for the spire, which the guy acted as if I hadn't activated it yet. He was like, "There's an old abandoned spire." I'm like, I thought it was a new one. Nope. We've been there. It's not abandoned. I just built a fucking library on top of it. Okay. Huh? Why am I on this side? That's weird. I'm supposed to spawn over there. Do I spawn over here? And just like I said, Rogalus has sent me the missive. He's gonna say he doesn't believe me. Watch this. You are correct. Oh, this is Myotis. You fool! The archive was a repository like no other. It contained the collected scholarship of centuries. It should have been studied and examined by those well versed in what lore. It has been restricted, and what must be preserved, not burned in whole like such dung to fuel the morning fire. You disappoint me, Disco Kara. You disappoint Terratus, and you disappoint the future. Greetings, Disco Kara. This is about me asking about the spiders. You are correct. There are spiders all across Terratus. So Terratus is the name of the place? I see. I thought it was someone. The exact distribution of these monuments fuels all sorts of debate and speculation, but two facts seem commonplace. The spires are built near old walls. Your mountain spider is a notable exception. And nearly every culture that predated Kairos has some local myth to explain the builders of the spires. I believe the Tiersmen cite the older realms as their local name for the spire old walls architects, but nobody knows for sure. And of course, where Kairos has brought proper civilization, the origin of the spires simply isn't discussed in good company. Here's what I think you need to know. First, the spires behave as arcane lodestone. There's a constant field of magical strength around the spire. If you imagine a mystic sea resting atop our world, the spires seem to spin and churn this magic, creating a spell cast with even modest effort that will materialize with powerful results. Second, and I say most tellingly, Kairos has laws against entering the old walls, but there are no laws against the spires. You could infer from this that means Kairos has no issue with the lay folks messing with the spires, but wishes to keep them safe from the old walls. Or you could think like an overlord and know that if you place a rule against something, you make it forbidden and undesirable. Now, I find telling that Kairos forbids the hallways that leads to the spires, but does not paint a target on the spires themselves. Last but not least, as a young Fatebinder, I once had to oversee the case of a man who had built a shrine to Kairos. Whoa, that was weird. Around the base of a spire in the far southeast. I could find no evidence of falsity or slander. His shrine was the most reverent and loving tribute that I could ever seen. What's going on here? Why is this? At one point, though, this man claimed he had evidence that Kairos was there back in -50. He had merely uttered those words, and my senior binder swung the axe then and there. Being the new girl at the court, I said nothing, but I have long wondered why such a comment should require death instead of the traditional removal of the tongue. Looks like Kairos is living in the corridors, guys. Kairos is living in the corridor. Kairos is living in the corridor. And she's living there, and she looks really cool. And
I got it.
I'm gonna kill her. Speak to a Heartyard Bronze. Merchant's assistant. They are discussing on how they can't stay here because the bronze guys are making them pay. This region is too unstable for business, and I'm suffering because of it. They told me to pay more money or guard money and stuff, and I don't want that. And the other one's gonna go, totally. But where will we go? There isn't a single place in the tiers that's safe. Valum Citadel. Eternal fire is finally quenched. Our goods wouldn't burst into flame anymore. Fatebinder, you grace us with your presence. What seems to be the issue? My desire to leave this town. Not typically want to trade and gossip, Fatebinder, but the Bronze Brotherhood aren't really the best people to be running this place. But if you're that set on dealing with them, their current enforcer in the town is Ringdropper Serata. She leans in. However, if you need to speak with someone, I suggest you find Eldian. He's the true leader of this town. Fair, knowledgeable, and level-headed. That's the exact same guy I'm gonna... Looking for Heartyard Bronze. Of course, he points past the guards at the edges. Walk straight up there. His stand is in the middle of all the merchants in this side of the river. You can't miss him. Thank you.
Will do.
What's up? Melita, Heartshot Bronze is here, okay. That him? No. This is Tyros. That him? Yes. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Lithium's Crossing, home of the best merchant in the entirety of the tiers. That would be me. Heartshot Bronze at your service. What can I do for you? What? What seal? I don't remember any seals. Let's look at this, shall we? Where did you get that? Merchant caravan that was ransacked. Suspected as much. So far off the normal trading routes, but why there? Why then? Why now? You start by telling me about the merchants. Of course, the sizzle belongs to the Handover Quill Merchant Company. I see. His lips tightened to form a violent pucker. Anyway, Voices of Narath sent me. Of course, I received a missive. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you, other than the forge-bound master arrived in Lithium's Crossing. You should probably go to the forge and find out what's going on. The forge-bound and I aren't really on the best terms. Where is it? Up the second tier in the back of the crossing. Okay, what are your thoughts on the Bronze Brotherhood? What can I say? Decent customers. I try to stay on their good side, but I've seen how easily they come down on those that step out of line. Yeah, they're dictators. I can replace these dictators. Tell me about Handover Quill. They were once a powerful trade organization that, well, let's just say that you didn't want to get in between them and a contract. Okay. With tune on new laws in the Bastard City, the Quill slunk into the shadows of Kairos authority, trying to keep a lower profile. If you're involved in any of their dealings, stay far away. A shipment of iron and weapons went missing. It was found with this seal in a house in Echo Cal Crossing. Suspicious, I agree, but war always has its little problems. It doesn't add up. Now, if we can return to the subject of my wares, the weapons were meant for the disfavored, and the Vendrian Guard suddenly had iron weapons. The Vendrian Guard, well, this does changes things, I suppose. Changes things? What does Handover Quill have to do with the Vendrian Guard? First things first, Clearthroat. This will come at a price. If something unfortunate took place and my connection were traced back to me, the consequences would be costly. You know, I'm shocked to see an honest merchant as yourself engaging in illicit trade. Illicit? Whatever you mean. That bottle, essence of masonry, is a deadly poison. What bottle? There's no. Then his confusion clears. Of course there's a bottle, and after I tell you the authorities that I must have stashed it or destroyed it, then it's your word against mine, am I correct? Most perceptive of you. Occupational hazard. I should be used to this by now. If you breathe a word of this to anyone, I will denounce you for the liar that you are, but I received instructions from Fifth Eye to use Handover Quill to deliver iron over... Exactly. That's why the leader at Vengeance Well, like, just said straight up, thank you to the Voices of Nara. That was very handy. I don't question my orders, I just follow through. Okay. I like to see your wares. And a mace. A very, very, very expensive mace. And nice armor and stuff. These are cool, these are good. Sigil of Fire, core. An accent, a core, and an accent. Okay. These are all cool. Superior Staff of Enigma. That is not as good as my Staff of Hours. Let's go. So I assume that my list of evidence against them, the Voices of Narath was using, Harshard Bronze to funnel weapons to the Vendrian Guard. Yes, he was. Dude, I'm gonna backstab so hard. I'm gonna backstab Nereth so hard. This is gonna be insane. I'm working for him, and I'm literally finding everything, every shitty thing he did.
On it.
He told me to go see someone. But, before I do, I'm ending this episode right here. This has been Disco Cara. We're discovering this game. It's pretty amazing. This is a good episode. See you in the next one.